Hey guys, if you're looking for anime t-shirts, hoodies, and other anime stuff, just check out the link in the description down below and let's just jump right into the episode. Okay, episode 3. Listen to this. Yeah, there's a lot of people died during that battle. Millions. Definitely, this is a massive scale of a memorial service because the number of people that has died is it's like a whole city has died. Yeah, just to gather more people to fight again. Yeah. Guess he was he was a cocky man before, even before. But what he's saying is makes sense though. Yes, he doesn't like these things. Yeah, and that makes him a hero. But he did. Yeah, if it weren't for Yang Wengli, more people probably has died more than what has already died. And if only they listened to him, it should have happened from the first place. True. Because of the brandy. Oh. Ah. Yeah. But it's not really an easy thing that. And they're treating it as a business instead of something more uh like that they have no choice. And what will they just do it here is just to promote more more war against the enemy. 1.5 million. Wow. And the only ones who really benefits these wars are the manufacturers of weapons and also the politicians, the people who are at the top who has their own motives. Yeah. And that's their own always um, marketing freedom, fighting for the freedom for the liberty of the people. But if but it kinda also makes sense that if also that the yeah, if the because the emperor I think also wants to conquer the whole galaxy, so at the same time the alliance is also somewhat forced to defend themselves, so that's understandable if they're doing it that at that purpose. But if it's another motive other than that, true freedom. Fiance, oh, of lap. Protecting the motherland. What happens next? Where were you? Oh, what were you doing? Oh. Oh. Also injured. Yeah, they must. Oh, it's like imagine if you're part of this war and feels like the leaders doesn't really care. What's really their motive on doing the war? Is it really about freedom? And the number of people dying is really so massive that it's like launching a nuclear bomb just for one fight, and millions of people will die. Yeah, definitely she would be put in danger after what she've done, doing that to that kind of person as a leader. So, because he would definitely would want to silence this Jessica, but she guess she doesn't really have anything against the or something that she could work towards. It's like just like maybe she could use as a propaganda that she could use to at least maybe convince other people to stop the war, something like that. But if this guy is something like a yeah, he doesn't want it to be treated like that. Oh, he's the people that his shadow army, and just right in the open. They're not even doing it in some. I guess no one's really around, but oh, but she's just voicing out her opinion. So this is really messed up that it feels like the citizens pretty much have no choice but to follow. And I thought that they are much more freer compared to the empire. I think that's what the yeah, it's what's it was the what the others would like to say, but they cannot. So at least she was there to be able to say that. And this is turned into more of a politics issue now. Now they are being threatened by their own people and by the higher official. Oh, the kid. PKC. Yeah. And where's the police to? Are they considered like a? Yeah, they're definitely they're scared. This one. Oh, everyone knows the freedom to not get involved. I guess this wouldn't be considered as a treason because they're fighting against a shadow group of people that is not really considered as part of the military. So, but the problem is definitely through Nate will use his influence to get back at Yang Wengli. Oh, going directly at the the enemy. Uh, uh, yeah, I guess he has no choice but to negotiate with the ones who's controlling those guys. Yeah. Yeah. You want to use Yang Wingli as a propaganda to continue the war. Oh. Oh. Yeah, definitely what he has done, and I guess also his superiors has been wiped out in that Battle of Aztec. 700,000 personnel. Patch punch up. They're asking for the impossible, and maybe if he's not going against Leonard, maybe. If it's not against him, so if Yang Wing maybe is fighting just an ordinary commander, so maybe he can use some tactics. No, yeah, he's just following orders in the end. I guess she needs to go into hiding as well because she's really with what she has done. Oh, oh, Yeah. The fate of the empire. Birth of the 13th fleet. Okay, so that's the end of the episode, and we get to see how dirty and how corrupted the government of the alliance. Because I thought their alliance is a much more better state. Because usually alliance symbolizes um, the allied forces, the U.S., the probably the Earth. So I thought that's what I thought. So I guess maybe it really is the Earth. But seeing how the that the leader is trying to capitalize the death of 1.5 million people to just, I guess their motivation is freedom. But what is their what really is their the freedom that they're fighting for? And it feels like he's just using his power to get what he wants. And just like when Jessica says her opinion, or her when she voiced out how she feels about everything that is going on, and also with what the leader is doing during the war, because that amount of people isn't, because I think 1.5 million could be considered as a population of a whole city. And yeah, it's like dropping a nuclear bomb on that city and having them all wiped out. And in the end, what have they achieved during that fight, the Battle of Aztec? They really had nothing. They gained nothing. So, and they even lost. So yeah, what Yang Wengli makes sense. And that yeah, this war is just, and they still just want to continue the war, and the people that suffers are the one who is at the bottom. So the soldiers, the families of that soldiers. And yeah, they what they always um, say to the soldiers, to the is that they died fighting a glorious battle for the honor of their country, fighting for the freedom. But is that is that really, did they really die um, with glory? Did their death have any meaning at all? So yeah, I think that's what Yang Wengli is pointing about. And that's, I think he also hates um, this war. And but he has no choice but to follow orders, and at the same time do his best to at least save save the lives of his fellow soldiers. Because yeah, what else can they do, especially if they have a leader like this who's monopolizing everything. And he just, I'm not sure. I guess we will learn more later on what is his motives, and why he's doing this. So if the empire is just trying to invade the alliance, it would make sense. I would understand him much better, that he just wants to protect the independency. They want to protect their nation, their planet. So, but but it feels like they're going for something else, that the true freedom that they're saying. So maybe they want to capture another country, something like that. Because if we remember from the past few episodes, there was a neutral country who's not participating in the war. So what? How come they cannot do that? So that, because most of the time, what motivates war is hatred, and usually it's because of an incident, or terrorist, or yeah, something like that, or a disagreement between two leaders. And and because of the deaths of the people fighting, it just grows more hatred, and people feels just wants more vengeance towards the enemy, and just keeps on going and continuing. But in the end, it's the people who are being affected, and that the war really just destroys everything. Because I think in war, no one really wins. It's just um, that the resources are being used to fight and kill each other, and who really benefits the most is the one who's at the top, who wants to control who's the one who's controlling the government, the leaders. So, but if the if the motive is really, I think it also depends on the motive, and if the leader has really no choice but to fight, but to defend themselves, so that would be understandable. But if they're just pushing towards glory, winning towards, because these are human lives, so they have parents or things like that, and this has happened throughout our time, through the generations, the World War I, World War II. So a lot of people has been affected, a lot of lives, a lot of families, and even up until today. So there are still a lot of people being affected by even just small wars, even just yeah, in different parts of the different parts of the uh, different continents. So it's really sad that, especially this is the future. So I guess it's really in the nature of humans to eventually bound to have a war, and especially if the interest doesn't coincide with each other, and especially with leaders. So yeah, and I hope that what Yang Wengli says is will happen eventually. I think that's the end goal in that maybe this whole anime series is towards a more peaceful ending. So where that the future generation doesn't would will not have to fight the war that they're going through. Because another thing that war brings to people, the one who survives, is what you call post-traumatic disorder. So yeah, even after PTSD, post-traumatic I forgot, but it is PTSD, and uh, people who survive the war, they are still struggling even after the war has ended. So there's those things, and also the effects of other weapons, so chemical weapons, nuclear weapons, things like that. I guess if it's nuclear, it's really it's already the end of the world. Um, but the scale of people dying in this galactic war is really it's really scary, and hopefully we won't reach that. We won't we won't we won't get to that situation in the future, and just destroy each other in the end. So yeah, it's a really heavy issue that they're showing. I guess it's also in other anime war. So it's really, especially in this anime. So they're really focusing on that, and that war is really isn't something to be trifled with and to take lightly. So yeah, how about you guys? What are your thoughts on this episode? Just leave your comments down below, and also please like this video and subscribe to my channel. And I also would like to thank my patrons for supporting me in doing this. If you want to help support my channel, I also have an early access of my reaction videos. Just check out my Patreon page in the link in the description down below. And it would really help me a lot in doing this on a full-time basis, and hopefully I could create more reaction videos that you guys enjoy watching. So thank you again for being here. See you in my next video. Have a great day. Goodbye.